So I've definitely tried a lot of different brownie recipes over the years. This brownie recipe is the one I keep coming back to over and over again. Today we're making Thomas Keller's brownies with caramel sauce and vanilla ice cream. There is no time to waste, my friends. Now let's go! So here are the ingredients you are gonna need for your brownies. It's pretty simple, but there are a few things to remember here. First of all, unsalted butter. It's cold. It has been chopped into 1 tablespoon sized pieces. You can just follow the directions on the side of the package of butter. It'll tell you where to cut it. Now here, with the cocoa powder, we have alkalized cocoa powder. So this is alkalized cocoa powder, also known as Dutch cocoa powder, and it'll say on the back, just look when you're shopping, processed with alkali. And that is gonna give it a more dark, reddish, brownish color. It won't be super light in color, so that is another way that you can tell. Next up, I have vanilla paste. You can obviously just use vanilla extract or even beans if you want to. Then just 3 large eggs, just regular granulated sugar over here, little pinch of Maldon salt, but you could also just use kosher salt. Then we have all-purpose flour, and I have these little chocolate bars. Anywhere from 60 to 70% bittersweet chocolate is gonna be what you want. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, using a sifter here, you can use any kind of fine mesh strainer for this, is put in my cocoa powder and my salt. And now we're just gonna begin sifting this through into the bowl below, just to make it nice and fine. So with our unsalted butter here, what we're gonna do is, it's already cut into those 1 tablespoon sized pieces. We're taking exactly half, which is 1.5 sticks, and we're gonna melt this down. Keep this cold. Now I just melted half my butter in this little pan, and I'm just pouring the melted butter over the cold butter. This is what you do. We're just gonna stir this until it all equalizes back to about room temp, which will just take a couple minutes, stirring occasionally. Okay, so here we are. I've just been stirring this butter for a couple minutes, and as you can see, there's still chunks right here of like the cold butter in there. That's what you want. It should be a little bit chunky and kind of one room temp sludge like this. All right, so into a stand mixer, we're going in with our sugar as well as our 3 eggs. Recipe's always in the description, my friends. And we're gonna fit it with the paddle for this recipe and just begin mixing. And we're just gonna mix this on medium speed. All right, there we go, just about 3 minutes of whipping. And we have now a thick, kind of pale yellow mixture. So I forgot to film this, but once you whip up the eggs with the sugar, then you wanna add the vanilla bean. Now I'm pouring this mix out into a bowl. You can obviously just keep it all in the mixer if you want, but I'm just doing this for YouTube. So it's gonna be a little bit more visual and we can see what's going on easier. Now here we have our eggs and sugar. We're just gonna add in 1/3 of our dry ingredients and just mix that in till it's almost incorporated. It doesn't need to be totally incorporated. And then we go in with 1/3 of our butter mixture. Same deal, just work that in. And when that first batch of butter and dry ingredients are worked in, same deal, another 1/3 of the dry and another 1/3 of the butter. Now the last 1/3 of your dry ingredients and the rest of your butter. Here we go, all our ingredients are now worked in. Our batter is looking great. We are almost ready to bake. We just gotta add the chocolate now. Now with our chocolate here, I'm just gonna cut it to sort of chocolate chip sized pieces. If you wanna buy chocolate chips, that is absolutely fine. Use what you got. I'm just gonna go ahead and hack this up. Now, all I'm gonna do is add the chocolate to the batter and then just fold it in, making sure it's all thoroughly mixed. Always save your butter paper because it is great for greasing things. And so that's what I'm doing, just with this little baking dish. And this thing is 11 inches by 7 inches. Now, here we go. We're just pouring our batter into our baking dish. And then we're just gonna even it out into the baking dish. So now I'm just gonna clean up the edges a little bit so it doesn't burn on there. Simple as that. Now it's going into a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oven. Celsius instructions are on the screen. Okay, here we go, about 38 minutes in. We're just gonna test this to see if it is indeed done. And an easy way to do that is just to insert a little metal skewer or toothpick or what have you. And it's just coming out a little bit undercooked, so I'm gonna give it another maybe 6-7 minutes in the oven. So this next step is optional, but say you are throwing a dinner party and you want to do some kind of plated dessert, this can be great for that. We're gonna make a hot caramel sauce to go with these brownies. So we're just starting with white sugar and water. The water here really helps the caramel not to burn so fast. You can make it without water, but this can be a great foolproof way to do it. And all I'm doing is stirring that water in. And then we're just gonna set that over about medium heat. And at this point, you really don't wanna stir it at all, just let it roll. All right, there we go, another 5 minutes on the brownies. They should be done. So for me, these took about 43 minutes, anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes, you should be good. Okay, so this sugar has been cooking for about 12 minutes now. I'm gonna let it get a little bit darker. I want it to be rich for this brownie. All right, now I've taken it off the heat and we're adding in our cream. Just constantly whisking here. And we simply just whisk in all of that cream, and that is gonna stop the sugar from cooking. And now I'm just adding in the room temp unsalted butter, very last. And we'll just whisk that in as well. And here is our hot caramel sauce done. So you can use it right now hot, and what you have left over, just store it in the fridge. It will keep for up to a month. Take it out, warm it up, use it as you will. Okay, so my brownies have been cooling down for about 1 hour at this point. We're gonna slice them up. And so I'm gonna cut them right through the middle first, like so. Keep a damp towel so you can clean off the knife. Then we'll go in half right here, and then we'll cut these sides into thirds to get 12 brownies out of the tray. Now the last thing we're gonna do is just dust some powdered sugar on top of these brownies. You just can't make brownies without putting powdered sugar on top, if you ask me. Now to finish, we're just gonna pop a brownie down, and I've just got my ice cream scoop here sitting in some really hot water. Get one nice big scoop of vanilla bean ice cream down. And of course, last but not least, we're just gonna pour some of our amazing caramel sauce over the brownie and around the plate. Well, this is exciting. Coming in for a taste. God, it looks incredible. Getting a little caramel, little ice cream, little brownie. Cheers, everything in one bite. God damn it, that's good. Wow, this is absolutely divinely perfect. Marcus, I gotta make you your own, man. What do you think, Marcus?
Dude, so good.
Honestly, those brownies were so freaking good, I'm gonna have to open a big can of whoop ass on the fridge today. Well, my friends, thank you for stopping by today. And as always, drop a like, leave a comment if you so wish, and turn on notifications if you want to be a psycho, and we love our psychos. And until next time, my sweet friends, you know I love you, and I'm out.